the copper space, there are actually not a lot of publicly listed companies that investors can participate in. I'm the founder of CopperBank. I'm the single largest shareholder, and what we've created is a portfolio of established US-based copper projects that have had a significant amount of capital already invested in them. And some of the other advantages that this portfolio offers is that they're all situated in areas where the workforce can come in and out on a daily basis. So in the future, that's a significant savings for a company that wants to be in the copper mining business. The next place where investors are going to be able to have exposure to copper, I think the way the different exchanges have layered in options and ETFs, it's going to be a lot of people chasing for very few opportunities. So like we saw in the early 2000s, if you look at some of the listed names in Canada, in met mining went from $4 a share to 110. Tech Corporation also went from $4 to 70 or 80. I mean, these are the kind of returns that one would expect. And we also look at the commodity complex in general. If you look at it based on the commodities in relation to the stock market, it's almost at all-time lows. So it would suggest, for another reason, that commodities could have a re-rating with, I believe, copper may lead the pack on a performance basis. I'm an investor, and I'm a very curious investor. So you need to test the temperature of various jurisdictions, what's going on in the world. You have to have a passport and use it. And then I always engage with many people at the conferences I attend at, and from that I get the temperature of the mood, the investor scene, the quantity of people. And I find that if you don't have that kind of global exposure where you can get your own firsthand experience, you're not going to have the full piece of the package, in my view. Yeah, I wrote a book that was published 2 years ago, and it's not stale dated, and it's a finance book but written like a novel, and it's an adventure between two friends, and it's a juxtaposition of roles. So it's the younger millennial electrician who enlightens his baby boomer family doctor on the fact that the world has changed. There is an entirely new spending class. By that I'm talking about emerging markets, and as these people become consumers like you and I, even though they may not have the same per annual income, but the economic footprint that they have is very similar, and it's going to have an impact on everything around us. So the book is an adventure to enlighten people over 200 pages, which takes about 5 hours to read. It's over 20,000 copies on the street, and I think you'll see that it's as relevant today in 2018 as it was when it was published in 2016. It has nothing to do with fast cars. It has everything to do with understanding the magnificence of electrification and all the things that make it possible. And it's really for, I think, young people, but it's also for people that are investors or contrarian investors. And I think I've got a lot of good testimonials. So.